So I'm here with my friend Simon Christy. He's the founder of Saigon Travel Massive. He's from the UK and has been living here in Saigon for the past 4 years?
5 years.
5 years. And I caught up with him here and asked him some questions about the travel industry in Vietnam. So let's take a look.
I'm Simon Christy. I'm the founder of alehap.vn. We're the largest OTA in Vietnam with over 350,000 members. I created a travel company here about four and a half years ago, mainly because I could see the sector was wide open. There are almost no online travel companies here. The existing travel players are all state-owned companies providing a state-owned service, providing very traditional package tour products to a market of mainly under 35-year-olds who are looking to discover the world. So there's a huge gap. I think the interesting trends in online travel here right now, this year is a particularly hot year. I think online hotel booking is becoming normal here. So I think your average young professional is going to search and book their travel online here for hotels. For flights, because of the nature of the industry, it's still very offline and it's still a messy business, and people book their flights here, there and everywhere. But the low-cost carriers, including the local ones like Vietjet, but also AirAsia, Jetstar, have really made a good push in the market here, and then that's pulled a lot of people to go to their websites, jump in on cheap deals, and again is sort of moving the mindset into an online travel sort of way of thinking, which maybe a couple of years ago wasn't here. Domestically, Da Nang is an amazing city. It's developed into pretty much international standard playground for tourists. It's a pretty awesome place. The locals love it. The tourists love it too. So that's probably the number one local destination. For us, we get probably 50% of our bookings international. But most of that is regional stuff. Hong Kong's still too expensive, so people love Bangkok. It's culturally a little bit similar to Vietnam. It's not too expensive. It's a really cheap, quick flight. So Bangkok sells really well. Singapore is really strong this year because of low-cost carriers really discounting. Outside of that, we get a bit of Philippines, we get some India, we get some Australia, a little bit of Europe, but visas are always a nightmare for Europe, so that's less so. But basically it's spreading, so year by year, the Vietnamese are kind of spreading out around the world and going further and further and Facebooking more and more of that. I think the challenges we face are probably faced in most developing markets, would be my guess. And the industry really is not very online, it's not very plugged in. Sure, that the hotels will upload their inventory maybe into Agoda and Booking.com, but beyond that it's not a very smooth transaction process. The airline industry is working still very much on terminals and in a very 1980s way here, and so the flip side of that is that the consumer adopts stuff really quickly. So the consumer's up for booking online, searching for stuff online, and discovering travel products online. But the challenge for us is how to provide that, lovely, smooth service while trying to plug the gaps behind the scenes with all the offline business and all the offline transactions and that stuff. Comparing Vietnam to Europe, which I know, I'd say the consumer here adopts things really quickly, and it's a fad culture. So that's pros and cons. You can make a fad, you can create a brand overnight, and you can get a storm of people charging into a new product or something. But they're not very loyal either, so they will drop something just as fast. Specifically to travel, they're not experienced travelers. They haven't done a lot of independent travel. They haven't flown on a lot of planes. They haven't been to a lot of destinations. So you're dealing with people who have got iPhones in their pocket who have the ability to find and search stuff. But we have to educate them on destinations. We have to bring to them new products, new destinations, new places, cool resorts, and we have to put that in front of them because they're used to a tour and they're used to a traditional travel product. Although we're an online travel company, we still have to handhold a lot of customers. We still have to talk to them on the phone, even if they're going to book something online. I still want to phone up and ask, well, you know, what do you think about that hotel? Or if I bring my child and they're over 6, will that cost X? Da, 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 da. Whereas at home, it's very self-served. We don't have that luxury here. We have to handhold them.
What's your favourite place in Vietnam?
Can I have two favourite places in Vietnam?
Yeah.
So, first one would be Da Nang, which I said is Da Nang has been developed in the last 5 years. It's a city with 1 million people, has amazing beaches, has mountains. 40 minutes away is Hoi An, which is a sort of old historic town that the Japanese once occupied. So that part of the country is definitely worth flying 10,000 miles to go see. And so when my friends come over, I'd always say, yeah, go and see that. The other one, which doesn't always get on the list, is Sapa. So Sapa is trekking up in the mountains with the hill tribes. That is really breathtaking and has to be done. It's an amazing place. It's rice paddies. They are real hill tribe people, and just mind-blowing to go up there. And you can go up there in the winter and have visibility of 5 meters. And you can go up there in the summer and see for, you know, hundreds of kilometers across all these rolling paddies. Really amazing. Love that place. You should go there, mate.
Thanks.
Thank you.